Hi and welcome to Reseller News. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is October 29, 2020. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Hope you like the content and you come back for more. Today, I want to do the Reseller News. I got some windows open up, so without further ado, let's get right to the news. Okay, for those who are new, I do not read everything verbatim. I will give you the URLs where I got the information from, and the rest is up to you to pick up where I left off. The first two windows are going to be in regards to, well, the first one is going to be the Counterfeit Report. I want to just give you that URL. And the other one is going to be from Scam Detector. This is a new site I came across, and I want to share with you guys. I want to put it out there so, hopefully you people will not get scammed out there. So I hope I hope this information is very helpful to you is what I want to say. All right, the first one over here, this one here is the Counterfeit Report. I highly recommend you check it out. It's been around for quite some time. I do check it on occasion to see what's going on out there because they always update their site for the most part. And I thought maybe you guys might be interested in checking this out. So let me give you the URL. It would be www.thecounterfeitreport.com. Okay, so the counterfeit report is one word.com. And you could check it out, and it will tell you the most recent counterfeit product alerts. As you can see, you got Louis Vuitton handbags, Ethicon, Endo, Surgery, what is that? I don't know what that is here. Ligating clip cartridge, whatever. Or aeromotive fuel regulations and regulators and so forth. Check it out if you get a chance. They also have counterfeit products alerts for the in these categories here: alcohol and tobacco, animal and pet, antiques and collectibles, and so on. You can check these out as well at your leisure. All right, but and then it says we're in the news. I guess these are the companies that, well, they've been on. I guess ABC News, Daily News, NBC, Wall Street, Fox News, Morning Police, whatever. I can't make that list part, but it looks like these are the ones that were showcased in these news broadcast companies. All right, so keep that in mind. The Counterfeit Report, really good. All right, the next one I want to share with you guys over here, and you may want the URL for this because I give it to you anyway. So that's, again, it's to keep you aware of what's going on and what's going on as far as with scams. So this one would be www.scam/detector, right, .com. And this one here is for the free iPhone 12. All right, now I told you people who follow me, maybe you do, maybe you don't. You may be hitting my YouTube channel for the first time. Whenever scams come out, whenever we have a scam come out, I like to keep you guys, aware of what's going on here. Hopefully, you guys won't get scammed, just like I don't want to get scammed. I was looking at this one over here, the free iPhone 12, which I'd love to have, but right now that's not in my budget right now. But as time goes on, I would like to get one eventually. But if you look on the top here, it's got Amazon scams, Social Security scams, PayPal scams, auto scams, Bitcoin scams, car buying, and let's see what else they got over here, and Cash App, I guess, scams as well. I could definitely respond to this one here, the Social Security scams, because I get them every now and then. Matter of fact, I got one yesterday. I pick up the phone and you get this. It's a robot call. It's a robocall they call them, and then they tell you press 1 to talk to the agent, and it's in regards to that your Social Security has been hacked or whatever, it's been used or whatever, and so on and so forth. And when you click the button there and you talk to these people, they say the agent, whatever, and when you get talking to them, you find out later on it's a scam. That's what happened yesterday. I got a call like that because they come up with different numbers, and they come. And the funny thing is, what I noticed about these things with the Social Security numbers, scams, and I had Amazon scams too, they always come up with the 516 number in some cases. Not all the time, but some of them do. And 516 area code and stuff, you think, oh, maybe it's in the area, and you find out later on it's a robocall, whatever. But I don't know how they get away with it, but they do. They're able to make that call and get it through other people, and you just got to be careful. According to the IRS, I would get those every now and then too. These are the ones you got to be careful for. Social Security scams, hang up on them. If you get a message like that, don't call or back respond. Don't fall for the IRS, because the IRS does not call you up, okay, and ask for money, whatever. Amazon, I got one like that too from Amazon, saying that I had someone made a purchase something for $189 or something like that. I don't buy off Amazon. Not that I don't like them, I just don't buy off of them, and I don't make purchases like that on Amazon. Okay, I won't spend that kind of money on an item, so I know right there and then it's a scam. But you got to be careful. I highly recommend that you check this out. They have a newsletter you could sign up for. I did just today, just before I did. I signed up when I came across this here. You know, I get Google alerts, and I get these from other people, too, that keep me abreast of what's going on. And like I said, again, when the information becomes available to me, I will make it available to you guys out there, okay? I'm only trying to help. I don't want to see people, you know, get scammed out of things and stuff. It's between the eBay scams, Amazon scams, there's so many scams going on out there, you know, so just be careful. But this one here you want to check into. It's a scam detector. But let's read a little into this with this free iPhone 12. I was interested because I do like iPhone. I have an iPhone 5S. I would love to get one of these, but like I said, right now it's not in the budget. But let's read a little about how it works. It goes on to say, free iPhone 12 scam, how it works. Beware of a new free iPhone 12 scam that's going around. Something like this happens every time when a new version of the device is released. Just look at the previous. Just look at the previous one, right? Remember the the iPhone 11 scheme. Let's dive into the new case. It says numerous people have reported a mobile phishing campaign that keeps spreading via text messages and comes from an Apple chatbot. This scam is the latest attempt to grab a person's private information, so the mobile phone users should be careful. Here's how the scam works, and then it'll talk a little about it. It goes on to say here, since the iPhone 12 was just released, cyber criminals are using this device to deceive, not device. You use this to deceive people and to get their credit card details by convincing them that they can participate in the special iPhone 12 trial. It's a fake request from Apple. And then it goes into to see how the new phone is doing after the launch. Rest assured that you are not getting an iPhone 12, at least not for free. Okay, I mean, who's gonna say? You ever see the price of these things? What do they go for? About $1,200 or something like that. You could read more into it because, like I said, the next windows I have opened up, the next 9 windows are going to be from ECommerceBytes. So I don't want to expand too much on this topic here. I'm throwing it out there. I gave you URL. Please read it. Don't get taken into it. If you're an iPhone person like me, I love the iPhone. I have an iPhone 5S, not the latest one. It's the older model, but it works for me, you know. And for those who don't know, I consider myself a frugal entrepreneur, a very conservative spender. I only buy out of necessity, and the only reason why I bought this phone here and I bought it used off of eBay is because the other phone I had was not to my liking, so I ended up, you know, putting that up for sale, and I ended up buying this one, and I bought it off eBay. Needless to say, the phone is in really good condition, had no problems with it. And I love it. I like it. It works, and it does the job for me. All right. So you got this here. Check it out if you get a chance, and let's move right along. Okay. All right. As I said, the next 9 windows. I believe it's the 9 windows here. I got. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9 windows. You guys want to make sure they are going to be from ECommerceBytes. Okay. And this is one of my go-to sites. One of my favorite sites. Them and tamebay.com. I think I heard. If those who follow me or subscribe to me know, I always talk about these sites here. This is one of my favorite sites. Anyway, let me give you the URL. It's www.ecommercebytes.com. And I like to throw the dates out there, okay? And the reason why I throw the dates out there is I want you to know the information is current, okay? It's not something that was 2 or 3 years ago. However, not too often, so I don't want to scare you guys away. There will be times I will revert back to an older date in conjunction to what I'm talking about today. And so, if in other words, what I'm trying to say is, if there's something that happened back a year ago, 2 years ago, and it's pertaining to today, I may refer that older date, okay? Doesn't happen too often, so don't worry about it. Okay, let's read a little. It says, it says over here, for those wondering, this lady over here that you see, Ina Steiner, she is the co-founder and the editor of ECommerceBytes. Great information, and if you choose to do so, you could sign up for a free newsletter if you choose to do so. You just type in your email address here, and when they say, how heard, you could say Richard Pasini's, I went to Richard Pasini's YouTube channel. He highly recommends us, your service, whatever, which is good. They put up really good information. Okay. That's the only affiliation I have with them. I do not have any affiliate links with them. So when I tell you to go here to these sites, especially this one here in particular, they have a lot of active hyperlinks, and you're going to need to go there directly to them. All right, and you'll know it's always the wording in blue or like a purplish blue here. These are the active hyperlinks I'm talking about. And the reason why I tell you to go there, folks, just to let you know up front, is because if I click these on and we keep going, we keep researching one page after another, whatever, this will take, we can go into this for almost an hour or better. I have done videos in an hour for an hour, and I don't think I get that much watch time. So I like to try to streamline this here and keep it as subtle as possible. All right. So anyway, let's read the story. Let's read the title first. eBay puts middleman back in online sales. Okay, this goes on to say when it was launched, eBay removed the middleman with its model connecting buyers and sellers. It is interesting to see how inserting a layer, the authenticator, eBay is requiring sellers to send all watches priced at $2,000 or more and all sneakers priced at $100 or more to its authenticators who act as the middleman between the buyer and the seller. What are they saying again? eBay puts them back on online sales. Okay, yeah, no, I was just curious. I thought they were eradicating them. All right, so let me just recap that again. It says eBay is requiring sellers. Okay, we got that part there. Who act as middleman, buyer, and seller. Okay, see October. That's what I'm saying. Here's the active hyperlink. See October 12 blog post, eBay blog post. We're not going to open it up because, like I said, one thing leads to the other. And the reason, again, on the side over here, as you can see where my mouse cursor is, these are all active hyperlinks. And if you ever want to know how to decipher an active hyperlink, when you see your arrow turns into a hand, that's an active hyperlink. And they got plenty of them over here as well. And you could always look at the blog archives too, okay? All right, so let's read a little into this. I'm not going to read too much. Again, I put the I give you a URL to read for yourself. You can pick up where I left off. It goes on to say it's further evidence that trust on eBay has eroded. Sellers may purposely, and unwillingly send buyers fakes. Buyers may return rocks in a box instead of the items they received from sellers. Executive Jordan Sweetnam had the following to say about the new approach to the high-value items, and it goes with authentication. We systematically improving the entire eBay experience and making good on eBay's promise to be the best platform for buyers and sellers. It says, we're eager to expand the authentication whenever it makes sense, but we're also going to be thoughtful. Each application will help us learn and grow, increasing trust and transactions and tackling the big problems head on. Okay. Now, I talked about this before. That's why I did talk about the eBay authentication service that they offer in regards if you're selling. I always talked about if you're selling Prada bags, Gucci, all those expensive handbags, that you could send it into them. They have authenticators. I'm not sure if it's done on site or they send it off site, but they will authenticate that particular item. And if it passes the authentication process, I don't know if they send it back to you, because I don't know if eBay is going to upload it. I don't know all the particulars as far as that part goes, but I've talked about it in the past couple of videos I did a while back. It's a service that they implemented, and it's a good thing they did, because for the simple reason is, folks, if you're buying something on eBay, you know what I'm saying, don't you want to get something authenticated? First of all, I'll be honest with you. To be honest, this is my take on it. If I'm going to spend that kind of money on an item like that, whether it be a handbag or a watch, I'm in the New York area over here. We have malls and stuff like that, and they have these specialty stores. I call them specialty stores. They do. Well, unless they closed up, they have a Gucci store. They have a Prada store. They have, what do you call it there? I seen with expensive watches, Patek Philippe, Rolexes and stuff like that. I think they even have a Rolex store in the mall I deal with around here. I don't go into those stores. If I do, with my kids, my daughters anyway, we'll just look around, but it's just window shopping, so to speak. But for the most part, I'd rather buy something like that from a store, period. I'm not saying anything is bad this way, so for those out there who do sell these high-end items, please don't take it the wrong way. I'm just saying, me personally, my own personal take on it, I'd rather go directly to the store who sells those authenticated. Well, it's got to be authenticated if they got their name on the store. Opening up in a mall is not cheap. So, but anyway, I'd rather do it that way, just like I always talk about when it comes to buying cars or SUVs or RVs or whatever. I like to go see it in person. I will not buy something online where, it's going to be, if I'm looking at a car, I'm not going to want to, have it railed to New York or whatever, put it on a rail, what do you call those, train cars, whatever, they transfer your car or whatever. I like to see things in person. And when it comes to cars, I rather, like the old saying is, I want to go around, kick the tires, open the hood, and so on and so forth, But anyway, not getting on that too much. I put it out there for you guys. check this out if you get a chance. These windows I'm putting out here that I'm showing you on the ECommerceBytes on the site here. I definitely recommend you, if you got the time, to definitely subscribe for the newsletter. And this way it'll keep you guys in a loop as well. I'm always checking them out. Whenever I get them, that's why I said I got this today, I believe. Yeah, this came today. And like I said, and if you don't want to clutter your mailbox up, don't worry. I don't mind cluttering mine up, because as long as I'm putting the information out there to you guys, that is the most important thing, to help you guys out, as much as myself helps me out as well. All right. But anyway, enough with that. Let's move to the next one. This one came out October 28, 2020. It says eBay Seller Experience Team seeks Chief of Staff. And it goes on to say eBay is looking for a Chief of Staff to help Seller Experience Team make a big impact on millions of sellers around the world, according to the job listing on the eBay corporate website. Anybody want to look for a job over there for eBay? No, I'm just kidding. Excuse me for a second. You need that water every now and then. Okay. Then it goes on to say the listing caught my eye. What does the eBay Chief Staff do? And how would a candidate make an impact on sellers? It says according to the ad, the candidate will among other tasks act as a primary consultant to the seller experience vice president and keep that executive abreast on the current company climate, employee feedbacks, project status, new proposals, etc. Harry Temkin heads the seller experience and was brought in by a former eBay CEO, Devin Wenig, in 2018. Temkin previously worked for Wenig as Thomson Reuters. At the time, he was tasked with making Wenig's vision, the Seller Hub, reality, offering sellers real-time pricing data alongside controls to manage promoted listing ads. Well, anyway, it seems like it's looking for somebody to be the new, what do you call it there? Yeah, Seller Experience Team. Okay, they're looking for parent. Oh, I don't know what to the other guy. I didn't follow up on that part. But anyway, that's what we got going over there. So let's move to the next window. Okay, our next story came out October 26, 2020. Our buyers now submitting fake police reports. Interesting. A seller seeking help on the eBay board said a buyer submitted a fake police report to eBay to bolster their case against the seller. The case involved the sale of a Garmin Fenix watch sold to a zero feedback buyer for $690. The seller summarized the situation in a post on the eBay boards. Buyer submits obviously fake police report to eBay. eBay claims it is legitimate and it uses it to steal from me, $690 to steal from me. Then it says see details on this eBay thread, which we're not going to click on because then we'll be here all day. You guys could do that at your leisure. It goes on to say one seller asked the purpose of the police report. If the buyer claimed the box was empty, he didn't need the police report to get the eBay to rule in his favor. Perhaps that is why eBay is ruling in the buyer's favor. Wow. Look at that. Interesting. Then it goes on to say another seller wrote, there is no seller protection for not as described claims regardless of your tenor and reputation as a seller, what your description and photos depict or anything else. It is pretty grim picture of a seller protection on eBay. Wow. One seller suggested that they contact eBay through social media. I have a good results with www.facebook.com/eBay for business. Send them a private message with your contact information and a brief description of the problem. Another seller agreed posting on eBay's Facebook page was the way to get attention. Users often having a better success getting attention to their problem from eBay employees monitoring social media websites than through eBay's own website. We don't recall seeing reports of online buyers or sellers submitting fake police reports to the online marketplace. Is this a new trend? Now, again, thank God this didn't happen to me. Okay, but I will say this, and it's not a rock bottom plan, or it's going to help out. But I'll tell you this much: I don't know how this seller sends his stuff out. Okay, now if you're sending an item, I talked about this in my other videos. When it comes to selling any items, and it's not a guarantee, because someone said it once before, and I have to tell you, they're going to say, well, that's not a guarantee, that's not going to prove anything. No, but I will say this. When it comes to things of this nature, okay, I had a rule of thumb with my thing. Anything over $100, I will send it with signature delivery confirmation is number one. Number two, when it comes to things of that nature like this, a $690 watch, get the insurance on it from the Postal Service. Okay? Now, anything could have happened with this in transit. The box could have opened up, maybe the watch fell out, maybe it was tampered with. I don't want to go that route, but maybe it was tampered with. You never know. But when it comes to things like that, this is how I would have handled it. Okay? I would definitely send it with signature delivery confirmation. That's number one. You're going to get the tracking with it anyway, of course, because it comes with it. You know, you can get when you send it first class, no, with USPS Priority Mail, you're going to get it insured up to $50. That's free. Anything over that, you got to pay the additional. So with USPS Priority Mail, it's tracked and insured, but you're going to have to add additional insurance on it. Just keep that in mind. Definitely send it with signature delivery confirmation. In other words, somebody has to physically sign for that item. How you package the item, well, hopefully you're packaging it in a good box. You're gonna make sure it's well packaged, whatever. I'm sure they do. I'm sure the seller did. But if you're gonna have things like this, I'm not saying it's gonna going forward. This is gonna happen, but apparently it happened to this seller, and that's why he reached out to the ECommerceBytes. Be very careful when it comes to sending things like that. If you're gonna sell, and this is my threshold, anything over $100. I would like to sell it. I'm going to send it with signature delivery confirmation. People say, what is so great about that? Because, folks, here's my take on it. Okay, when you send something with signature delivery confirmation, the letter carrier is not supposed to leave the item on your porch. Okay, if it can't fit, if it's not small, well, first of all, you don't want to leave it in your mailbox anyway, because even if you have a pull-down thing, and first of all, they don't do that anyway. Okay, but they should never leave a package there. That's what signature delivery confirmation is. You've got to physically sign for it. Okay, and here's why I say that's very important. Now, I did a video a while back about porch thieves. If you live in a high traffic area where you got a lot of people walking back, I live in a residential neighborhood, and very few people walk around here, and I know because I'm home all day. I see it doing this stuff here. I don't see a lot of traffic here going by. And so far, I never heard any neighbors complain, the ones that do get packages. I haven't heard anybody saying, oh, I got my package stolen, whatever. The reason why I say that there is if you're ordering something from a buyer, from a seller, be it eBay or Amazon, put a little notation, especially if it's an expensive item, send it, put in there, please send it with signature delivery confirmation. Even if it's going to cost you, I think it's an additional, $2.66, whatever it is. Even if it's going to cost you as the buyer to make that request, do it. It's a little peace of mind. Okay? In other words, that item, when you order it, the letter carrier, as long as someone's in that household that can sign for it, okay, you'll be okay. You'll get your package. But just to have it tracked and delivered don't mean nothing. Remember one thing, folks. Once the letter carrier scans that package in, he scans it when it gets to your doorstep. I see it here. Where I am. He scans it, drops it off. If it's too big, to fit in the mailbox, he leaves it on the porch, and he takes off. Now, anybody with any prying eyes that see that there and have a little devious ways about them, they may, hey, when you see a box, people like boxes because nice things come in boxes, right? Well, with certain things, I'm just saying. But, out of sight, out of mind, so to speak, right? That's also, you could also, if it's a FedEx guy or UPS, maybe you could tell them that you could message the person, the company. I don't know if they do it, but maybe you could tell them to put it on the side of the house or maybe drop it off in the back porch or whatever. I don't know if the Postal Service would do that, but I don't think they would, because now the letter carrier's got to walk out of his way to put it in your backyard. But I thought I heard something like that with UPS, stuff like that, if you tell them to leave it on the back porch or on the side of the house, just to keep it out of sight. But that's what I would have done with this person here. I feel bad. I don't know how it's going to work out for this person. Maybe there'll be an update and they'll say, hey, They'll do an update on this here, and it'll be on ECommerceBytes, and they'll keep us aware, let us know how this turned out. But that's pretty unfortunate for the buyer, for the seller. I feel bad for him or her. But anyway, so keep that in mind. This particular story, it pertains to all of us, because I'm an eBay seller. That's what I do. I sell on eBay myself. All right, let's close this window out. Let's go to the next one. This story came out October 28, 2020. eBay no longer credits fees or on refunded shipping. Dear Ina, and who don't know, I just showed you the picture. That's Ina Steiner talking about whenever they write to Ina, it's either a seller or a buyer writing directly to Ina, and she's posting it out there for us to read. So let's read what it says. Dear Ina, each month for the past 15 plus years, I contact eBay support for credit on refunded shipping. Goes over here to say, usually there isn't a problem and the fees are credited. I called early October to have the fees credited up for September, and it has been so frustrating and disheartening. I am at the 20th. Yeah, it says I am the 20th person at eBay, and still no resolution. It is fairly a simple matter. For example, I have elderly buyers who will not and cannot request total, but will buy several items. I ship all the items in one package and refund the difference back. This month, I had a lady purchase 7 items and all mailed out to her in a flat rate priority box, and refunded her nearly $60 in excess shipping. In the past, eBay would credit my account with approximately $6. Also, due to eBay's system, if you purchase multiple items with the buyer, with the discount, 5% off. If you buy 2 or more, eBay will not allow the buyer to request a total. So I can't adjust the shipping, again, due to the eBay system. If 2 items are over 16 ounces, it will charge the single rate shipping fee for each item. I'm skipping all this. I just want to read this part here. I know I should read the whole thing, but it's just this is so ridiculous, so sad. I've been adding the following to all my listings. If you cannot request a total, I do refund the excess shipping. Unfortunately, because eBay will no longer reimburse my fees on the refunded shipping due to the implementation of managed payment system. I am forced now to deduct those fees from the shipping refunds. For over 15 years, eBay has refunded these fees, so I can give it back to the proper shipping refund amounts. Yeah, I can give it back to you for the proper shipping amounts, refund amounts. So if you're shipping, what is this here? Let me close this out here. So it goes over here. So if you're shipping, refund is $5. I want to reimburse you for $50. I'm really sorry about this, but so far I've talked to 20 people at eBay, and they will not budge. They are keeping the extra money. See, that's the part I don't like about that there. You know, being on eBay for over 20 years, I have to honestly say, but again, some of the things, I talked about this in other videos. Some of the things that people will put on here on these sites, be it downdetector.com or ECommerceBytes or TameBay, I personally have not really experienced these situations, thank God. But as I said it before in my other videos, there are changes with eBay. That's why I think every year, as far as I know, they always have changes or something going on. Supposedly they want to, try to make the selling platform a lot better place for buyers and sellers. But when it comes to little things like this here, eBay really should stick by their sellers and buyers, do the right thing. But if a seller is going out of their way to do the right thing, I think it's only fair that eBay should, compensate them. Like, what is the big deal if they refund you the fees and the credits on shipping, on your shipping costs? You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's right. Like I said, I love eBay. I've been with them for 20 years. But when I hear things like this here, it is sad. It is sad. And I feel bad for the people that go through it. So far, thank God, knock on wood, I haven't experienced this particular situation, what this buyer or seller is talking about. So, again, the only way, I guess, to be heard, folks, is if people kind of like will, band together and, voice your concerns and grievances to these companies. Go out there, put it out there in the blog sites, on eBay's blog sites or whatever, or Facebook and whatever. And, in numbers, if eBay sees that this is like an ongoing problem and it really affects sellers, maybe they may change that around. Maybe they might rectify it, make it better, for both the buyers and the sellers. But I could see how they feel about this here. Like I said, again, I haven't experienced that part of it. But going forward, I will keep an eye on it. And rest assured, as much as I love eBay, I will state my case to them how very unsatisfied I would be if they're doing this. If they're doing it to one, I know they go to a lot of everybody, basically, right? But I'm just trying to say it hasn't affected me personally. But if it does, I will be one to, state my case too to them. And that's what people need to do. Keep reaching out and make people aware of it. So I don't know. I feel bad for this person, but I know what else to say, folks. Let's move right along to the next one. This is a Facebook. Okay, the story, Facebook story, I call it Facebook story. It says this came out October 27, 2020. New Facebook layout is driving the seller crazy. Oh, gosh. Someone's writing into Ina again. Says, Dear Ina, I know there are minority... I know there are minority posts on Facebook about Facebook. But I wanted to bring up some issues regarding new Facebook layout, and I'm not sure that many of your readers feel the same way. I will first say that I am a laptop user. I use my laptop to run my reselling business on both eBay and a smaller extent on Facebook Marketplace. I only use my phone when I do not have access to my laptop. The new Facebook, which I said the new layout on Facebook is awful, to put it very mildly, aside of the aesthetically unpleasing view. You know something, I'll be honest with you, I have to agree with. I don't like the way the Facebook layout is. I personally don't like it myself. What they should do is, I think they do, I can't swear to it. They should have a little thing there, like a little button where you could go back to the old classic view, so to speak. eBay has that there. I think when you look in your account, when you go into their window there, it has it where you can switch back to the classic view. I'm not sure if Facebook has it. If they do, I'd like to go back to the old format. I don't like the new one myself, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't like the new layout myself. So I have to, at this part, I have to agree with the person. So yeah, let's see over here. It says, okay, let's just recap over here. The new layout on Facebook is awful, to put it mildly. Aside of the aesthetically unpleasing view, with that all the white space, there are some functionality issues that makes it extremely difficult to work. Yeah, I have to agree with that there. These are just a few of the difficulties I've encountered so far. The page constantly jumps when you are trying to read the news feed. Yeah, I know exactly what this person's talking about. In Marketplace, I can no longer find the tools to edit photos, including cropping photos. In Marketplace, there is no way to sort categories by most recent unless you type something in the search bar. This was not like this was before. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have to agree with it. There's an old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Leave it alone. My father used to say it, leave well enough alone. They're always trying to, implement new things and make things work better. And sometimes it's like that old saying, too many cooks spoil the broth. Leave it alone. If the layout, if it's liking to people's, unless people are complaining, say, hey, I would never contact eBay or Facebook and say, hey, can you change the layout a little? I don't like the way it looks, unless they did a survey and they asked people, what do you think of the layout? Do you like this new layout? I would be the first to tell them, no, I don't like it. I do like the old one better, to be honest with you. I have to agree with this person here. Then it goes on to say here, let's see here. I'm just looking over here really quick. Yeah, okay. I'm on to read the rest of it. It's not that much to read. It says, there are independent developers working tirelessly to find a workaround to allow users to install an extension to go back to the old layout. Well, that's good. But as soon as fix is found, Facebook breaks it and forces you back to the new layout. Ugh. Here's one person constantly working to try to fix Facebook, and then he got a thing here, facebook.com. The old layout. Okay, all right. You could probably hit that there if you get a chance. It says, "I've never seen so much hate for a new layout as I've seen in the comments or just by doing a Google search. Since you have such a wide-reaching audience, I would be curious to see your readers' input. Thanks for listening, L." Now, if you go to the bottom of ECommerceBytes sites, you're going to read the comments. You could also leave them there too as well. Okay. But just let's read a couple over here, all right? I usually don't do this on my reseller news, but we'll just check it out this time. It says, "Agree, it's awful, makes my head hurt." Well, they spelled it right that way. Anyway, Facebook who? What is that? Okay. Facebook is not different from Microsoft and other large corporations. They wreak havoc where they will. I think in the future it will only get worse. Well, yeah. And then, so not too many people commented on, but if you want to leave a comment, a log on is required to post comments there. You would just leave your email address, and of course you start with password and log into AB Verified. All right. Anyway, yeah. If you got any things you want to say about this here, drop in the comment below. If you want to share that. If not, that's fine too. Okay, let's move to the next one here. This story came out October 28, 2020. It says eBay sees GMV growth of 22% in the third quarter, 2020. Interesting. It goes on to say eBay saw third quarter 2020 GMV value of sales on its marketplace grow 22% year over year. An excerpt of the company's press release follows with the link to the full release below. Okay, so if you click this on here, well, what do you got to go? All right. Well, anyway, let's see what else I got over here. All right. I'm not going to read too much of this here, folks. If you guys want to check it out, that's why I'm putting it out there for you. You could check it out yourself. Business highlights. Yeah, it's a lot here. I'm not going to read all this. Not that I would anyway. Yeah, you could check this out for yourself, folks. Definitely check it out. You know the site. I gave you URL. Let's move right along. And it's saying the same thing with Etsy. This story came out October 28, 2020. Etsy sees GMC growth 119% in the third quarter of 2020. Again, you could read this as well. Same thing. It's basically the same thing like eBay. That's another one. So I'll bump out of that screen. Look at this one here. This story came out October 27, 2020. Sellers can advertise on TikTok through Shopify stores. For those out there who deal with Shopify, this pertains to you. It goes on to say here, sellers with the store hosted on the Shopify platform can advertise on TikTok thanks to the new integration. TikTok is an entertainment platform where users can upload short videos. This 2018 article, active hyperlink, as you can see here, from Slate provides a background of those unfamiliar with it. Okay. Then it reads just a little more into it. It says TikTok announced today that the global partnership with Spotify will allow 1 million merchants to create and run campaigns. Brands are an important part of the TikTok experience, and we've seen that our community loves connecting with the brands they're passionate about. Okay, I'm not going to read too much into it. Pretty interesting, right? I don't have a Shopify store. I have an eBay store, but not Shopify. For those of you who are Shopify sellers, whatever, who have stores, this is good news for you guys, right? Okay, let's bump out of here. And this is an Amazon story. It goes on. This story came out October 26, 2020. Amazon suggests outlet deals to trim excess inventory. Let's read a little into this one here for you Amazon sellers out there. Amazon charges sellers for storing their inventory in its FBA fulfillment centers, but it would much rather have the inventory sell quickly than sit on our shelves. Sits on our shelves. That is why we instituted a long-term storage fee to improve inventory. Inventory in turn. What's that? Inventory turn. Okay, into its warehouses. Okay. Because let's say Amazon announced a new tool to help sellers identify aged inventory in its fulfillment centers. Typically, sellers think of creating removal orders to clear out slow sellers. But Amazon advised sellers to consider using the outlet deals to trim their excess and overstock inventory. I don't sell on Amazon. For you guys out there that do sell on Amazon, this may be some interesting information for you guys. You might want to check it out. It's not that much more to read, but you could check into it here, okay, folks? I don't want to keep this going on too long. I'm going to bump out of this screen here, and we're going to close out this video. Well, that concludes this video. I hope you found the information helpful, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated when I post out new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Reseller News for October 29, 2020. I just want to say thank you again for taking the time out of your day to check out this video. And if you are a seller on eBay or any e-commerce platform, I'm wishing you guys all the best in sales. Until next time, bye-bye for now.